So guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. Floyd Mayweather says that not Floyd Mayweather. What am I talking about? Ricky Hatton says that Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather were in a league of their own. He goes, they were special fighters. They were in their own league. I agree with Ricky Hatton. Ricky Hatton faced both of those guys when you can say both of those guys were near their prime. Or probably actually not near their prime, in their prime. Pacquiao was in his prime and Floyd was in his prime when he fought Ricky Hatton, right? And when Ricky Hatton fought Mayweather, Ricky Hatton said Mayweather was so sharp. And he goes, I knew that I couldn't outbox this guy. Because this guy, he's so sharp, so quick, his reflexes are so good. And Mayweather just broke Ricky Hatton down. And Ricky Hatton said, I'm not making any excuses, but the referee didn't allow me to do my work. Don't get me wrong. He goes, I'm not saying I would have beaten Mayweather, even if I had that, if the referee allowed me to work. And then he said, with Pacquiao fight, I'm not making any excuses, but I felt like I was a bit overtrained, where Floyd Mayweather Sr. was training him, just made him spar. He goes, it was just hard day. He goes, it was just so hard. Getting trained by him, and he couldn't do southpaw pads. Ricky Hatton said, I wish I kind of said it's either southpaw pads or I'm getting someone else in, but I kind of just went with it, and that kind of he said that cost him on fight night. He said he's not saying he would have beaten Manny Pacquiao, and in my opinion, I don't think Ricky Hatton would have beaten Manny Pacquiao. I think Manny Pacquiao was just too quick, too sharp at that point. And I think even if Ricky Hatton turned up at his best, he probably would have got wiped out. Because I just feel like, no disrespect to Ricky Hatton, I feel like guys like Cotto were a lot tougher than Ricky, and bigger and stronger and probably even better, right? And Manny wiped them out. He went to 154 and wiped out Margarito. And Margarito was huge. So Ricky Hatton, who was big dude, and at that point Pacquiao was too fast, too sharp. He was just too much for Ricky Hatton. I think Ricky Hatton fights one way. I think Freddie Roach said that Ricky Hatton's one-dimensional. You should come forward. But against someone like Pacquiao, you're going to be walking into a lot of fast, hard, power punch combinations, which is only going to end in one way. If I'm honest, it's only going to end in one way. At that point in his career, Manny Pacquiao was just a beast. And Ricky Hatton is right. Those guys, Mayweather and Pacquiao, were in a league of their own. They were special. They were definitely the best of his era, and they've been the best of our era. They still are so relevant, even though, look at guys like Ricky Hatton, for example, finished and retired ages ago, right? Guys like Mayweather and Pacquiao, even though Mayweather has not fought in a while and he's probably retired, they're still relevant in the sport. People still want to see him fight. Manny's still fighting. He's still relevant. It's crazy. And I won't be surprised. I think Manny might even be older than Ricky Hatton. But yeah, fair play to both Pacquiao and Mayweather. They have been special fighters, and fair play to Ricky Hatton. He was a very good fighter. I mean Ricky Hatton, he wasn't in the Mayweather and Pacquiao league. Of course, they were special, and when they fought him, you could clearly see the gulf. But Ricky Hatton definitely had some great nights. Costa Zoo night, beat Paulie Malignaggi. He was definitely a tough fighter, come forward guy that would make it a horrible, hard night for you. A bit like Porter, a bit like Madonna, technically better than Madonna, of course, but like that, just a tough, they called him the English Mexican. He just come forward and hit you body shots. He was just tough. He was tough as nails. And like I said, he was an entertaining fighter as well. So fair play to Ricky Hatton. He had a great career. Only lost 3 times. Lost twice, obviously, to Mayweather or Pacquiao. He lost, and then he lost in his comeback fight that he had with Senchenko. But we all know that Ricky Hatton was way past his best when he fought Senchenko. But only to fight the fighters he did, and to only lose twice, fair play to Ricky Hatton. He had a great career. You got to give him credit. You've got to give him credit where it's due. And Ricky Hatton was a top fighter. But leave your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And guys, remember to please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. So guys, what is good? What is good? I hope you guys are well. Um, I want to make a video about, there's a lot been being said about Ryan Garcia. A lot of people are talking about him. A lot of people think some people think he's a bright star of boxing, next big star of boxing. Some people think he's a guy that talks too much. You know what? There's been a lot of talk about Ryan Garcia and Lomachenko, and how a lot of Ryan Garcia fans thinks he beats Lomachenko. Listen, I like Ryan Garcia. I think he's a good fighter. But in terms of him beating Lomachenko, that's not happening. He doesn't beat Lomachenko. Lomachenko is, in my opinion, the best 135 pounder right now, and I think Teofimo beats Ryan Garcia, right? And I think Teofimo's not going to be able to beat Lomachenko. So in terms of Ryan Garcia, if he was to jump into a fight with Lomachenko, there's only one winner. Ryan Garcia's too green, and De La Hoya knows that. De La Hoya's not rushing to put Ryan Garcia in there with Vasily Lomachenko. They may talk about it, but talk and action is two different things. I can't see, them making that fight anytime soon. I think De La Hoya knows that Ryan Garcia is not ready. The level of opponents that Ryan Garcia's fought is chalk and cheese. I think the gulf that, between who Ryan Garcia's been fighting and Lomachenko is like, you're talking about 6-7 leagues gap there. So I think that would be a massive mistake for them to match Ryan Garcia with Lomachenko right now. I don't think he's ready at all to take such a big step like that. I think, listen, I rate Ryan Garcia as a good fighter, very flashy fighter, fast fighter, but in terms of fighting Lomachenko, you've got to, there's levels to this game. We always say that there's levels in boxing, and I just can't see how Ryan Garcia is able to win that fight. There's not much he can. I don't think he's a big puncher at the weight. I know he's been knocking guys out, but who's he been knocking out? Lower level guys at that weight class. He hasn't really stepped up at world level yet. When I say world level, who's he fought? Devin Haney? Has he fought, what's his name? Teofimo, Lomachenko, Richard Comey. There's many guys at that weight class that, could give him, Luke Campbell. These are all tough fights for Ryan Garcia. Why not Ryan Garcia fight Luke Campbell? That fight could be made easily. But in terms of fighting Lomachenko, for me, Lomachenko would destroy Ryan Garcia. And I don't think that's a sensible move from his management. It wouldn't be a sensible move. It would be a crazy move from his management team to put him in there with Lomachenko at this stage in his career, because he's too green. He's too green, in my opinion. And I just think Lomachenko would outclass him and maybe even stop him, if I'm honest with you. I think I don't think that's a sensible move. I don't at all. I think that would be a crazy move from his team if they were to make that fight right away. I seriously don't see him beating. Lomachenko. Just don't see it. Lomachenko's too fresh. He's too good right now, and I still think, although Lomachenko is getting older, I still think he's still fresh enough to beat Ryan Garcia. So I can't see Ryan Garcia winning that fight, if I'm honest with you. I've just got to be real. I can't see Ryan Garcia even competing with Lomachenko. I do think that I think Ryan Garcia is too green right now. He needs a few more world level fights. And then we need to see how he does against them. And he'd need to fight a Haney, a Luke Campbell, someone of that level before he even steps in there with a Linares. He's fighting Linares. That would be a good test. He is fighting Linares. That's a hard fight. I think Linares may beat him, if I'm honest. But I don't know. I think that's a bold move from Golden Boy. So surely they do believe in him, because they're putting him with Linares. I forgot about that. He is fighting Linares. That's a tough fight. I think Linares will win. But let's see. If Ryan Garcia is the real deal, that fight will tell us. Even though Linares is older, I still think Linares has enough left to beat Ryan Garcia. And I think that's a tough fight. So if Ryan Garcia comes through that and knocks Linares out in great fashion, that would be a statement win for Ryan Garcia. And maybe then people can start talking about the bigger names and the fact that how he could beat Lomachenko. And I think until then, I think we need to wait and see how he does against Linares. But that's my take. Leave your thoughts, and guys, remember to please like, share, subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.